Hello everybody, and once again, welcome to the Wine with Jimmy channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is a wine educational channel designed to help those of you studying the world of wine. So we're trying to give you the confidence to get the most out of your courses, to of course smash your examinations out of the park. Welcome here to a series for the Diploma WSET. This is the Wines of the World, the D3 section on Northeast Italy. And we're talking here about Friuli Venezia Giulia. This is series 3 of 7 for the Northeast. And we're on video 2 here of 7. So part 2 of 7. This part and the previous part is available as free content, but parts 3 through to 7 are only available as content on my e-learning portal. That's over at www.winewithjimmy.com. So Friuli has a very high proportion of DOC wine. About 40% of it is DOC, and that's of around 23,000 hectares. Many of the wineries are family owned, and the average producer size is about 2.5 hectares, so it's very small. But co-ops don't rule the roost here. There's many larger estates which are more important to the region. So what about its climate? So the vineyards in the south of the region are on top of a flat plain near the Adriatic Sea, and they experience a warm maritime climate where the warm air from the Adriatic Sea, the shallower Adriatic Sea, meets the cooler influences from the Alps. And this extends up towards Udine in this Friuli Grape area. So we have this kind of warm maritime effect. The region has consistent rainfall, pretty high, 1,200 millimeters per year. That's 1/3 more than Bordeaux, and it accompanies with a lot of humidity as well. We mean that we have problems with rainfall throughout the year, and we're going to also have issues with mildew and rot. So organic viticulture is a challenge in this area, and lots of work needs to be done to combat the problems in the vineyard. So what about splitting this area? So we can roughly divide it into 2 zones, and we have a broad distinction between this flatter plain area to the left, which produces more everyday drinking, and then our kind of hillier zones, which is majorly this yellowy area. Sorry, I can't fit it completely in our box to the right-hand side. So first of all, the plains. Now, the plains, as I mentioned, these are producing wines from the likes of Pinot Grigio, Merlot, from higher yielding fruit on alluvial plains called Magredi, with rocky deposits that have soils which are generally more fertile than the hillside sites. There are many DOCs here, but the most important would be Grape del Friuli, or sometimes it's called Friuli Grape. That's your large pink area on your map, but also this darker pink area called the Friuli Isonzo, which is on the Isonzo River, and that is very close to the neighboring area of Collio. The yields are typically higher in these zones on the flat area, but the premium area certainly is the hillside area. The word Collio means hillside, so you'll find that there is a DOC here, this kind of darker orange one, and that is the Collio, and then the lighter yellow one here is Collio Orientali del Friuli. So the hillside of the eastern Friuli is what it means. The altitude is modest. It's, 100, 200, 250 meters. But the range of slopes and the exposure to the wind contribute to the lower yields, giving you higher quality, greater costs, and of course, an overall greater price. We won't be mentioning too much the Carso down here, very sporadic landscape on limestone down towards Trieste, but there are some fantastic wines produced down there as well. Some words to look out for. The word ronchi. Ronchi means a terrace, which is classically found in areas like the Collio, specifically the Collio Orientali. This is a picture taken in Ronchi di Cialla, which is near Cividale. So wonderful. And also the geology here. So we have alternating layers of sandstone and calcareous marls, which are found in these eastern hills. They're well drained, they're very well fractured, as you can see here, poor in nutrients and superb for viticulture, enabling great root systems and exceptional drainage in an area which, you remember, is quite rainy. Technically, geologically, they are called the Fleisch of Cormans, and Cormans is a village in eastern Friuli, but locally they're called Ponca soils. They were formed about 35 to 55 million years ago when this area was covered by a large kind of tropical sea lake. Now, over time, slow sedimentation produced these differing levels of sandstone and limestone and marl, and that's what we have today. Okay, so that brings me to the end of the viticulture and the geology which you need to know for your diploma. The next video is on key white grape varieties, and that video, along with all ones that follow, are only available to those that subscribe to my Wine with Jimmy portal. That's www.winewithjimmy.com. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, pop them below this video. Make sure you click like and subscribe. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you do find yourself in London, in the United Kingdom, then please come and see me for a class, a glass, or a bottle. I've been Jimmy Smith. Ciao for now. Thank you.